Quick question for you. Have you ever paid attention to how a TED Talk speaker or perhaps somebody delivering a presentation, how they typically articulate their consonant endings in words? Or let's say the really good speakers. Okay, the good speakers, they typically articulate their consonant endings in words. And if you hear the same speaker talk in a conversation, you might not hear the ending so easily. However, when they're up on stage, you're more likely to hear the consonants, okay? And this is the thing, consonant articulation counts when it comes to presentations, okay? A speaker wants their listeners to process what they're saying with ease. They're speaking in real-time speech. It's fast speaking. They want their audience to hear and to retain their ideas. And by retain, I simply mean to remember beyond the speech event itself. So the clear speech quick tip number 4 for today is make sure to articulate the medial and final consonant sounds in the key words if clear speech is critical, okay? And what I'd like to do is I'd like to break this down a bit. So a medial consonant is a consonant that's in the middle of the word, like the D in medial, okay? A final consonant is a consonant that's at the end of the word, like the L in final, okay? The key words are the words of information in your message, that which you want to make sure that your audience can catch or can hear. So, for example, when it comes to English grammar, you've got the nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, WH question words. There are many, many more, but these are pretty much the common ones used in a sentence at any given moment. And these are words of information. For your audience to hear and understand the message, you want to make sure they can hear these words. Therefore, you want to make sure to articulate the medial and final consonant sounds. Now, there's a famous voice trainer, the late Arthur Laysack, who once said that the consonants are the spine of spoken English. Okay, the consonants are the spine of spoken English. And I love this analogy, I love this analogy because if you think about it, the spine of your body holds everything up, your arms, your legs, your head, okay? And the same goes for the consonants. They help to hold up the words so that the vowels around them don't collapse into each other. They help the listener to process the words within themselves and within the sentences in real time speech. So like the spine, they hold everything up. Here, if you said the consonants and I couldn't hear the N and the S, I might hear consonants. Okay, that might be a whole entirely different word, right? Or spine. I mean, maybe if I don't hear the N, and then I might hear spy, the spy of spoken English, SPY. That's kind of funny. Okay, so they're really, really important. They help to hold everything up. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to talk through a sample. And I've underlined most of the keywords. I've underlined the medial and the final consonants. See a couple that I missed, and I would actually like to add one here at the end. But anyhow, and as I go through the sample, one practice suggestion I have for you is you want to over-articulate whatever is underlined, okay? I recommend taking a paragraph or perhaps a slide from a slide deck and practice a little every day so you get in the habit. A lot of times when I work with speakers, and I work with very proficient speakers of English, they know grammar, but then, like for example, in the second sentence, this video usually talks about, a lot of times, super proficient English speakers think they're articulating the S, but they actually don't. I can't hear it. Okay, so this is important. I can still catch the message, main verb talk, but it's maybe, let's say, proceed is a little more grammatically correct if you have the S at the end. If it's not so important, not to worry, but technically you might want to make sure to articulate the S. Okay, so what I'd like to do is I'd like to model this sample. I'm going to again kind of over-articulate as a model of how to practice on your own a little every day. You want to make sure to articulate the consonants, okay? So I'm going to over-articulate the N. On Wednesdays, I always record a video. And again, I don't talk like that, but this is a really good, helpful practice technique for getting a little more in the habit of articulating the medial and final consonants. This video usually talks about some aspect of the English, and here I wish I had underlined the N. I did not, so it's English sound system. That is a multi-layered system, which includes both individual sounds and the rhythm of spoken English. And again, NG, English. Okay? All right. So in a nutshell, one more time, make sure to over-articulate the medial and final consonant sounds, especially where clear speech is critical. Okay? All right. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.